this is Peter Handcock, GCSE Golf PE. Okay, so we're going to do some putting. Okay, so one thing I noticed immediately is just put the tee down, so always put them by this tee, it's in front of the camera. But what you're doing is, if you stand behind me, you are going straight out like that.
Okay.
So you really want to straighten it up, so we're going to use alignment rods to do that.
Okay.
So you're going like that, and then on the way through, you're really decelerating. So you want to stroke kind of like that, but the stroke you're doing is like that. Okay?
Okay.
So it might not seem like it will make a big difference, but it really does. So you just do some putts, working, not decelerating. So don't worry about the direction your backswing's going in, but try and make sure you're accelerating through the ball instead of decelerating. That's much better. And you're also having a much better stroke on the way back. It's much straighter. Okay, so there's a good putt. Okay, so you're going to get the balls, and I'll set up this little. Okay. So what these are is alignment rods. So I'm going to set up these, hopefully aiming at the hole, and they're going to be a putter head apart. Okay. And what we're going to get you to do is do some putts in between them, and that will give you a straighter stroke, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So where are the balls? Just pass me the balls. I'll just give you a demonstration with one. So you're going to put the ball where the white marks are, and providing it's aiming in the right place, it should go near the hole at least. You're going to make sure that the toe and the heel of your putter at no point go over the alignment rods, okay? So you don't want to be going out there or out there, okay?
Okay.
You're going straight back. It's not easy to do, and obviously you're going to be quite shaky when you're doing it.
Okay.
So, but that's the main objective. Just make sure your head doesn't go outside the line.
Okay.
Especially with you outside this line, okay? So if I move this tee here, if you're hitting that tee, you're going way too far out to the right. That's much better. So, don't worry about it going in the hole at all, it's just the stroke we're worried about at the moment. That's a good one. Very good. Perfect. Just one more. Very good. Okay. So now I'm going to get the balls, and I'll take these away. That is much better. So just do 3 more putts from here, and then we'll move on to a slightly harder putt. You've got to take into account the break. That's good, so nice acceleration through the putt there. And again, and last one before we move down to the bottom end. Looking good. Oh, unlucky. Okay, so now we're down at the bottom end of the putting green with a much harder putt. As you can see, there's a ridge to the left side of the hole. So with this putt, you're going to have to aim left, and you're going to see where the break takes it. Okay. Now, do you agree that with your other putting stroke, it was much more controlled, and that with the accelerating through it and a straighter putt, it was going much more accurately and where you wanted it to go?
Yes, it felt far more controlled.
Okay. Yeah.
With the lack of deceleration.
Yeah. So now I'm going to put a tee down here. So we're just going to putt from here, all three of them. I'm going to go back. Now, if you just want to do a putt which I just taught you, aiming at the hole, and we're going to see where the ball goes, yeah? Okay. Just make sure you're aiming at the hole. Don't worry about the break. We're going to see where it goes. Okay, so you can see that that's ended up a good 3 feet to the right of the hole. So, therefore that means that you're going to be aiming 3 feet to the left. But, what you've got to think about is that the slope is stronger to the left. So, if you hit a putt, aim maybe 3.5 feet outside the left and see where the ball goes. Okay. Just do that with this one. So, pick a line. And, do you know how you're going to pick a line? What you want to do is aim for a mark maybe 6 inches in front of your ball. And on the course, what you'd normally do is mark your ball, and then with the line on the ball, you'd aim that up to that mark which you've picked. So with that line, then on the line on the back of your putter, you'll line them both up so they're both pointing at the mark, and then you know that you're aiming in the right position. Does that make sense? So you've picked where you're going to aim on the ball, and you've hit a spot 6 inches in front, which you believe is aiming 3.5 feet left, yeah? So hit that putt on line. Okay. Now, that was a good line. Obviously, you've got to hit it harder now, because you left that one short. But let's do exactly the same with this one, yeah? So line it up. Pick a spot. And just hit it a bit hard. So, forget this ball. Okay, so the greens are quite slow at the moment, so obviously you're going to have to hit a bit harder. But now we're going to get a bit more technical. When you're actually reading the putt, you're going to hit it quite hard to start with. So it's going to be accelerating for the first about two-thirds of the putt. So you're only really going to want to read the putt in the last maybe half. So on a putt like this, obviously it's going to break slightly at the start, but it's going to have so much pace going through it that you're going to want to kind of ignore the first half. So if you stand behind me, what you want to see is that when I hit it hard, it's barely going to break in the first half. So you notice how it all broke towards the end?
Absolutely,
okay?
Yeah.
So if you try that again, aim at your spot, and you're going to make sure that you're only reading the last third of the putt. So line it up and see how much is it going to break in the last bit, okay? And we're just going to do 2 more putts, and I think we're sorted. So accelerate through the ball. Much better putt, okay? Do that with your last one. Let's finish on a good one. Okay, so you're going to want to line it up again. You're going to line it up with the back of your putter. Pick to the spot a few inches in front of the ball. Hit it a bit harder. Looking good. So 2 very good putts to finish, okay?